Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be doing a build with restricted packs. I've decided I want to build or rebuild, well not rebuild, but build Newcrest. Newcrest is the blank free world that comes with base game, so it's just full of empty lots. And this is Mayor Yep, the mayor of my Newcrest, or our Newcrest. So Mayor Yep is a bit of a punny one because it's like Leslie Knope from Parks and Rec. Anyway, so this is her house. She's like a queen, power woman. She's going to live in this very stereotypical mayor's house, kind of what you might see in a movie. So it's very colonial, traditional looking. And the restricted packs we're using for this build is Parenthood, Seasons, I think Laundry Day, and Cats and Dogs. So I felt like those packs would suit this kind of a build the best. And for every house we're creating a Newcrest, we're going to be using restricted packs. So if you do want to download it, it's going to be custom content free. And like I said, houses are going to be restricted. So if you just have a few of the packs, some of the houses will be complete for you. And then other houses, there won't be too much missing. And some will be base game houses as well. So that's pretty much the plan. And I was really inspired to rebuild a Newcrest because on Twitter, one of you said that there's a Newcrest Legacy Challenge, which looked really fun. I don't think I could do it right now because I'm trying to do the 100 baby challenge, which is taking us a very long time. And I felt like if we do this legacy challenge, then we're not going to finish the 100 baby challenge. I'm already not sure if we're going to get to even 20 babies at this stage. Maybe we'll make it the 20 baby challenge. But anyway, that's why I'm not doing that Newcrest Legacy Challenge. Let me know if you're interested in it though. Maybe we could do it on streams. I don't know. But anyway, this build challenge I thought would be good for us anyway. And we even on the live stream divided up Newcrest into different like areas in terms of what area has what community lots, which area is the more upmarket area, which area is the more affordable area. And obviously this house is a little bit more upmarket because it's one of the biggest lots. And it's actually on a golf course. I did not realize that this house was sitting on a golf course, which was perfect. I was about to say, which is perfectly. Because, I don't know, I feel like Kelsey, was it Kelsey? Yep, Kelsey. I feel like, I'm gonna call her Kelsey. I feel like Kelsey would enjoy playing golf in her spare time. Now, the other thing was, when we built this on stream, we only got to build the exterior, and I've done the interior off stream and just recorded it here for YouTube. Now, what we were originally going to do was make the interior more modern and the exterior more traditional. However, because of our pack restriction, it just sold itself to being a more classic and traditional home than putting modern inside of it. So I actually decided in my own time to keep it as a little bit more conservative and traditional looking. And then we're going to have, I guess, more fun with modern homes on other lots where we have packs that, that work better with that. Because I mean, Cats and Dogs and Parenthood, I wouldn't call them modern packs at all. Maybe like traditional modern, but definitely not contemporary. And yeah, this is basically the exterior finish. It's got a nice big private fence around it. We've got balconies on either side, a balcony out the back. It is a very symmetrical home, and you guys are going to love the grand staircase, which chat helped direct me and make, and I think it looks pretty cool. So if you're looking for a symmetrical home that's kind of grand, a little bit more conservative, I think you'll like this build. I think it'll work for you. And hey, it's restricted packs too, which is even better. And as you can see here, some of my custom content lights were not working. And I've removed all the other packs except the holiday pack because that's free. So I kept that in there as well. We have a big pool out the back, again, very symmetrical, nice and big and well lit up for at nighttime. And I love the big like double story columns that go up to support the roof. I like those. They're definitely very significant. You know, if you walk down the street and see this house, I think you're going to be like, oh wow, that's a house. So yeah, it's pretty much coming along. Here's the grand staircase. So what we're gonna do at the end of this video is I'll walk through it with you guys so you can actually see what it looks like. But the grand staircase took me quite some time, so I decided not to show that part. And with the interior, the floorboards, I was kind of torn between doing dark floorboards and light floorboards. Originally, we were gonna go with light floorboards, but I really wanted to go with a more, how do I describe this? I don't even know what this aesthetic is called, but I Googled Kyle Richards' house from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because she lives in like a very classic looking American home, and I decided to see what her house was like. And she had kind of light and dark in the flooring and light gray walls. So I've kind of tried to recreate that. And I wanted this house to feel kind of grand and maybe a little bit on the posh side. I thought that suited this character. You know, she's pretty fabulous. And I think her home says a lot about her. I mean, if I had all the packs, I would have put up like the paintings from, oh, was it City Living? That's got like the Audrey Hepburn looking face on it and the Marilyn face. I would have put more glamorous things and like mirrored coffee tables with this traditional vibe. But of course, with this pack restriction, we couldn't really do that. So it is a little bit tamer. But had I had all of that, it probably would have looked a little bit more glam in Hollywood, because I feel like that would have suited Mayor Yes a bit more. So it's a little bit more conservative and plain than I think the sim completely suits. I think she's got a little bit more spice in her, a bit more life in her. But still, I think this is very beautiful. It still suits her as being a queen, really. So yeah, this house, again, keeping it very symmetrical with a lot of the furnishings. We have like matching hallway tables, the sconces are matching, the pillars obviously going to be matching, as well as the, what do you call them? The arches going to the different rooms. On the right-hand side, we're going to have a lounge room. This I would say is the formal lounge that you walk into, and the dining area is going to be next to that. So this room is huge. You could do a lot with this room. You could divide it up too. You could definitely change the floor plan, make it a little bit more enclosed with separate rooms, but I liked it being very open. And then you have the more warmer family room next to the fancy lounge. And then to the left, we're going to have the kitchen area and a powder room. And then upstairs is where all the bedrooms are. So I think it's going to have 3 bedrooms with en-suites, and then the powder room downstairs. And yeah, you know what? I don't think I use this wood very often at all. I usually go for really dark or really light wood. I never really go for the in-between tones. I wish we had more wood that was a mix of the two, because there wasn't many options, but I quite enjoyed using this one for a change. And these are the Parenthood counters. I really like these. I thought they suited this home really nicely. And for the kitchen, I was experimenting at one point having more color in the kitchen. And I just felt like it kind of took away that super classy vibe to the house and classic vibe. It just started looking a little bit less of a showstopper, I suppose. So we decided to keep the kitchen more like light grays, creams, whites, that kind of thing. But you can totally change it up if you want to. Make it suit your Sims however you please. But I think changing the bench tops to this gray tone did help a little bit. It doesn't look as washed out. There's a little bit more warmth to it, because it also means that it comes with a cream top. And looking at it now, we could have done cream walls, but I decided to match the gray to the gray walls. And then over here, there's like a little area where there's a fridge, there's a nice island with a column in it, which then obviously ties into the architecture of the rest of the build in the interior. And then the powder room's just there, because obviously we need a main bathroom. I don't want Sims having to use en-suites, like their guests using their bedroom en-suite. That would be a bit awkward. or not ideal, although very personal, you know? Maybe that's one way to get your neighbors, get them to use your ensuite. I have one bathroom, so I guess that's what happens at my house right now. But we can't have any guests because we're in stage 4 lockdown. So that's what life is like in Melbourne right now. And this was a bad idea. This is when I was exploring different wallpapers, and let me tell you, the black and white checkered wallpaper was not working for me. I was really tempted to use the Parenthood tiles. They're actually quite nice. We could have used them. Or these base game ones. Did I keep those? I was so close to keeping this. If I get rid of it, I got rid of it. I was so close to keeping it. And then I tried the brick as well, but the brick just didn't look quite right either. I think in the end, we just end up having a much more plain kitchen. Oh, I know what I do. To make it look a little more glam, I put mirrors in, that's right. Because I wanted it to look a little more shiny. Because you can't really, in The Sims, make real mansion kitchens unless you want to do it in a more modern style. It just doesn't look that good with the more traditional kitchens, I find. And then I was experimenting with maybe putting tiles through the floor here. I didn't mind it, but in the end I decided, nah, I prefer all floorboards. So we mess around with it a bit. I think it's important when you're doing builds to just experiment, because you never know which way a build can go. I've done builds where I basically built the whole build and finished it and then decided that I wanted it to have a completely different look and feel. In this room, I was really wanting to use these cats and dog couches. And when this room was gray and I was still using soft blues and creams, I felt like the house was now looking really bland, and it did need at least one room to break it up a little bit. So this room is going to end up being really nice and cozy. We're going to go with a darker brown wallpaper. So it's still neutral, it's still reserved, but I just feel like you would go there and feel so much more cozy than, say, in that huge room next door. That's a lot more formal. So we are going to change that up in a second. And also the chandeliers, I really wanted to have a long chandelier in the entrance room. And I tried to size it up, like as soon as you walk in the front door between the staircases. And it just wasn't working for us. So unfortunately, we don't have a very big feature light there, because once you size it up, it just kind of looks bad. Originally, I thought we'd go for a rose color theme in this room, so I go for a few pinky colors, which I didn't mind, but I just didn't feel like it suited the home. I wanted it to still be very neutral and clean looking. Warm, but not that warm, you know what I mean? And then I was like, oh, maybe I can make the kitchen cream. And then I went through this stage, which, watching this back, God, I don't know what you were thinking. I really don't. But yeah, moving back to the lounge room, this is where we start going into our brown color scheme, and we change it up, and I think it ends up looking really nice. And I love that Parenthood fireplace as well. That Parenthood fireplace is nice. You know, actually, most of the packs I've used in this are probably my more favorite packs. Like, Parenthood is a great pack. I really loved Parenthood. Oh, here we go. Now it's looking a bit warmer. See, it still goes with the rest of the house, I think, because it's still a bit reserved and holding back with too much color, but it's not as bland as it could have been. Cats and Dogs is a great pack, in my opinion, too. And Seasons, do I even have Seasons? Oh yeah, I do have Seasons here. I don't think I use as much Seasons in this house, come to think of it. But I love Seasons. Whenever I get asked what expansion would you get first, with base game, it's always Seasons, because I feel like as soon as you have weather in the game, it just makes the game come to life so much more than when you don't have Seasons. And Seasons was a pack that I was excitedly awaiting for so long. Like, I couldn't wait for Seasons to come out. And I'm happy with it. As long as I have the weather, I'm pretty happy as a Sims player, you know? There's a few other...
Star Wars?
Batu. I mean, once Star Wars came, oh, I felt so much better. It's all I ever wanted. No, I would like cars. I mean, everyone talks about cars. Wait, what else do we talk about? Cars, bunk beds, and spiral staircases are always like the main three that everyone wants. So hopefully before the end of The Sims 4, we get those. I actually feel like we're never gonna get cars. I just don't think they're gonna do it, because I think if they were, they would have done it by now. Bunk beds could still come. There's still hope for bunk beds. They're revising the skin tones, which was definitely needed, and I'm so glad that is happening, because that would have been really bad if they didn't. So that's really good they've addressed that. And then spiral staircases, I don't know, will we get them? I feel like they're classic as like a flamingo in The Sims. We love spiral staircases. We had spiral staircases in Sims 1, didn't we? I think we did. Anyway, so this is the master bedroom. I'm actually not a huge fan of this bedroom because this is the only part of the house that couldn't work in a very symmetrical way because I had to fit an ensuite in as well. And so this was a little difficult because it's just a bit of an awkward room for a master bedroom. Usually the master bedroom I like to be the best bedroom and really perfect looking. But this one, the orientation's a little weird. But that's probably me just being really picky and kind of obsessed with everything being symmetrical in this home. In any other build, it wouldn't bother me. And also, when I was building this, I would have thought that I had wardrobes, but that came with Get Together. So we don't actually have wardrobes to put in here. I like the walk-in wardrobes. But yeah, I think this master bedroom's still nice. It definitely has somewhat of a farm vibe to it when I was trying out a few different things. And this cats and dogs bed kind of gives it a more farmy, quilted vibe too. So yeah, I had to play around with it. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm really feeling what we have going on right here. But in the end, I think we create something that's looking a lot better than it did and suits the rest of the house a little bit more. And then the other two bedrooms, I turned one of them into a home office. Ideally, a home office would have been downstairs in the right-hand wing of the house, but I think that room we really needed because it's more of a family room with a TV, whereas the other lounge room, it didn't really, for a formal lounge, I didn't like the idea of a TV in that big room, because I kind of think about it as if it was a real house and like, oh, it'd be so noisy and the sound would travel because it's such a big room. It's funny how you think of things like that when you're playing Sims. So I ended up having to put the office upstairs, which is not ideal because you wouldn't want to take someone upstairs to where your bedrooms are to go to your office. You know what I mean? Like, it seems a little bit too personal when your office is positioned near bedrooms upstairs and you're like, come into my giant house. Let's go upstairs to my office. Like, I don't know. Something doesn't sit too well with me about that, but hey, we didn't have much choice. But I mean, you don't need to have an office in this house. You could change it to a skill building room. It could be a third bedroom. Obviously, it has its own ensuite, so it lends itself very easily to being a bedroom. This, I would say, is the guest bedroom. So it is a bit of a purple color scheme. It's very nice, but also very simple. And I like it. I actually really like these bedrooms. They're a good shape because you can fit in a desk. You can fit in, if you have Get Together, you could fit in a wardrobe. You know, they're quite spacious. They're a good orientation. And then of course they have the balcony space as well. So if your sim had kids, you could put like the dollhouse on the balcony or a little craft station out there or toys. For now, I just put like chairs out there. But you can obviously do what you want with it. And then over here, this is the office. And this took me a long time to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with it. Because at first I was going really brown and just neutral. And it just seemed a little, I don't know. For a career-driven woman where her job is so important, I wanted this room to come to life a little bit more, so I do change up the color scheme. You can see me try everything under the sun right now to make it work. And I thought it was cute having the cats and dogs cat planter there with a succulent. I thought Ms. or Mayor Yes would be a cat lady, maybe have a cat at some point, or love cats. So yeah, I was having a bit of fun with this, putting some shelves in, all of that good stuff, trying blue, rose, gray, brown. It takes a long time to get these things right, but in the end, brightening it up was really the best thing, I think, for this room. It made it feel more like Mayor Yes, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, let's go for a walkthrough through this house and you guys can see the grand staircase properly, which I'm really excited to show you. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below if this is a house you want to download. It's already on the gallery as well. Just look up my username, Deligracy. It might still be flagged as having custom content. Even though it doesn't, it might still flag as that. So just make sure when you search it to put builds or the filter show builds with custom content on. Anyway, this is the house. It's pretty grand. It's the first house in Newcrest, which is pretty cool. We're also going to be building community lots. So if you want to follow that, you can check out my second channel where I'm posting my live streams, or you can come to the streams on Twitch as well. I'll link that all in the description down below as per usual. But yeah, this is the back of the house. I mean, you could have, the mayor could have parties here or a benefit here. There's enough outdoor space to entertain lots of Sims. And there we go. There's Mayor Yep, looking wonderful in the power suit, which we love. That power suit is by Grim Cookies. And then this is the staircase. Do we like it? Oh no, I just saw these. I'll have to delete those. Those shouldn't be there. But anyway, this is the grand staircase. Love it. I'm gonna take a picture of that because I'm so proud. So yeah, and then you've got double height windows. Very cool. Something I haven't done before as well. This room is huge. So you've got your formal lounge area. Then over here we have the lovely dining area. Walk through to the kitchen. It's nice in here. I feel like I'm a real estate agent and I'm like, so over here we have the powder room, the main powder room with marble flooring. And if we scoot down the hallway, woo, this is the family room. I like this room. I like this room. And it's got 3 shelves at the back. Very symmetrical. You don't usually see me do stuff like that. And of course, you can walk straight in the house and straight out to the backyard. So if you were entertaining, people just walk straight through and you're there. Now, which side of the staircase do you go up? I mean, if you have a double staircase, oh, there's a floating light. Oh no, there's 2 floating lights. If you had a double staircase, how do you choose which way to go up or which way to go down? Would you find like one's up, one's down? Would you have a favorite? Would you feel like they both need the same amount of attention? I would find it too difficult to make these decisions. This is the bedroom. It's nice. I didn't put curtains in just because I don't like it when like this will intersect the curtain and cut it off. So I didn't put that one in there. A bathroom with a lovely bath. Super, super nice. And double sinks. Double sinks for if a partner joins the house or just having 2 sinks for fun. This is the office area. Very simple again. With the lighthouse here, maybe they helped build the lighthouse and got to keep the lighthouse sculpture from the architecture agency. And then this is the master bedroom. I mean, not the master bedroom, the guest bedroom. And then the little bathroom in here as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. And as always, I hope you are having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll speak to you soon. Tag, tag.